Mac.
It's the Spooktacular Halloween special. Woo!
I mean,
But
if
what
only-
the fuck?
if only it was a good movie we did it with.
Oh my god! I thought it was gonna be cool.
Yeah, that was the problem. Yeah, so we watched Halloween Ends.
And it wouldn't fucking end.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. That movie just wouldn't fucking end, would it?
No, it would not.
The movie is entirely way too long. As usual, I'm Jake.
I'm Matt.
And so this time went ahead and told Matt, we're sitting here looking at movies. I'm like, all right, you got the choice.
For the Halloween special.
You know, it was either this or Romulus, but we're saving Romulus.
Yeah. Let's save the good movie.
That's going to be 20, I think.
Yeah.
We'll do that for 20. It'll be both a combination celebration alien episode and,
Yeah.
that'll be good times.
So right now we're gonna shit on the fuck out of this goddamn series.
Oh my God. Yeah, so not good.
No, it was not. I can see why they didn't advertise this as much as they did the first two.
Yeah, well, we'll get into that in a minute. But what's going on, Matt?
Doing pretty good. Had a pretty good time at the Big City Comic-Con last week.
Oh, yeah, you were saying you were going to go to that.
Yeah, I went, but holy shit, it was a good thing you didn't go, because that fucker was packed.
Yeah, I probably would have gotten instant COVID.
Yeah.
Me and my immune system.
Yeah, I remember even some of the volunteers over there were saying like, damn, this is way bigger than last year.
Where was that again?
At the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center downtown here in San Antonio.
Yeah, the last time that I was there was with you and our cousins. We went to the Alamo City Comic Con.
I think it's like 17 or 18.
Some shit like that. It's been a while.
Because the creator of the Max went and you had to go.
Sam Keith went. He doesn't make a ton of appearances, and I went, and that was badass. He signed some books of mine and signed my VHS. That was fucking awesome.
Damn, it was fucking packed from the second I got there.
Well, I'm glad you made it out alive.
Yeah, and I did have a little beef with one of the volunteer coordinators there.
How so?
Because Blue Beetle was there.
Of course.
Cholo, I can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah, I know that was a big reason why you went.
Yeah, so like I get there at like 11, 15-ish, and long ass line, and by the time I actually get to the like area for celebrities, here's like they have it to where like they section off to like a zigzagging line of 3 in tape.
Okay.
And by the time I get there, he's like, okay, I'm capping it off right here, because it was already like almost a 4 line of people.
Okay.
And he's like, okay, I'm capping it off here, come back later.
Yeah.
And then I'll open it up again.
Oh, that's good. At least they're saying come back later.
I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I go fuck around for a little bit, wander around. I wait like an hour-ish.
Yeah.
And then like I go back, and the line had moved. There were different people in there. And like the line was a little bit shorter than the last time I was there. So like I'm about to get in line. He's like, nope, capping it off right now, sir. Come back later.
No.
I'm like, but the line is shorter than. Okay, fine. And so I go back again.
Yeah.
Fuck around a little bit more. grab me a soda.
Yeah.
I come back at like a third time. The line looks about the same, but I could tell it's different people because different costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
And different. So the line moved and capped up and like uncapped again. He sees me again. Sorry, the line is capped.
Oh, God
like,
damn it.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
And so then finally at like 1, I come back. That guy's gone.
Yeah.
There's a new person doing the line. And this motherfucker decided, fuck the cap. The line not only is 5 rows, but now it's starting to zigzag all the way towards other people. So he's like, yep, we're getting in line. He's going to take a lunch break in like 30 minutes or so. But, you can still stay in line if you want.
Yeah.
So like, fuck it, after that last guy. I just sit there. I stand in line, chill out for a bit. But the fucking convention center has poor service.
Woo. That sucked.
Yeah. So the whole fucking convention center has poor service in there to begin with. So I couldn't even barely listen to my podcast. But fucking Spotify, if you're listening, take notes. I have a few episodes of different shows downloaded, right? I had them downloaded since the last time I was on a plane.
Yeah.
So that way I could listen to them without Wi-Fi. But this time when I'm on the fucking ground in a convention center, I can't listen to them. So I'm just standing in line for almost a half an hour.
Yep, because you may not need internet, but you still need internet to verify your account.
Oh my god.
That's what it is.
But the dude was super cool. So it was all worth it in the end.
No, it's good. Yeah, I saw a couple pictures that you had put up that you had met him and stuff. I was like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, he went and stuff. I didn't know that was all a fucking ordeal.
Yeah, just that one motherfucker didn't like Matt.
Did you wear the hat?
Yeah, not this hat. I wore my Blue Beetle hat.
Okay, I was gonna say because that's probably why he didn't let you.
But you know what the funny thing is? The original plan was I was gonna go as Zero in a suit because of the hat.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find a blazer in time that fit properly. So I just said, fuck it, just went as normal Matt.
Normal Matt. And those of y'all don't know, Zero would be your OC.
Yeah, my OC Power Ranger.
And of course, check out Matt Stuffel, his OC, on Instagram at IronMatt1995.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, yeah, with me, not much. Just been kind of hanging out. I got sick last week, so I'm finally better off of that. That was a bitch and a half. I was thinking I probably had a little bit of walking pneumonia or something. And then my retro PC's fan went out. So I got to get a new one. Waiting for that to come in from China. Who Lord knows when that's going to fucking get here.
Yeah, especially with that whole strike going on.
Yeah.
Or
so,
they paused it for now.
Yeah. So I have no idea when that's going to get here. Been doing that. And then I got a VHS to USB converter. So I've actually been transferring tapes that I can find. 'Cause I have a whole bunch of tapes here, but they're just old, 30-year-old tapes. You start hitting bad signals and stuff like that. So like a lot of the chroma signals for them are bad. So like they come out black and white and scattered and stuff. But
does that make them better?
I don't know. It depends on the tape.
Yeah, it
really depends on the tape.
Like you want to see a black and white episode of Transformers?
Oh, I know, right? Well, thankfully, like I do have an episode of Transformers. I have episode 5 of season 1. Roll for it.
Is that the one where Chip first shows up?
That's the one where Chip shows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had that one. I already transferred it, and it's up on my YouTube right now. And that's DOKTORWINDO, Dr. Window. It's pretty cool. My channel kind of popped a little bit, so I've gotten
with all the retro stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I'm hoping that it helps out with the podcast. I'm hoping it draws more attention to that, and that'll be cool.
I also saw that picture you sent me that you had a episode of Gundam Wing from Toonami, and we get to see our best boy Tom back when he was a chubby little bastard.
Yep. So I'm editing that right now because like the audio does fall out of sync, so you have to sync things back up.
Did you actually see that someone fully remastered HD'd the Toonami event, The Intruder?
Oh, nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's cool. We have to look at that up later.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out. That sounds...
Because they did like a 5K or 4K remaster of it.
Oh, shit.
And just rewatching that, I'm like, oh, this was the thing that happened in between the episodes on live TV, back when TV was cool.
Yeah, TV just fucking trash now. But enough of this. Shall we get into it?
We got to talk about Halloween.
All right. So, as usual, I read a synopsis.
Read it, Jake.
Halloween Ends is a 2022 American slasher film directed by David Gordon Green and co-written by Green, Danny McBride, Paul Brad Logan, and Chris Bernier. Really? That Danny McBride? It is the sequel to Halloween Kills 2021, the 13th installment in the Halloween franchise and the final film in the trilogy of sequels that started with the 2018 film.
13th installment in this fucking new, spaghetti of shit.
Yeah. And we're going to get into that too. I'm ready to talk about timelines and everything.
Good God. All right, continue.
This movie directly follows the 1978 film. The film stars Jamie Lee Curtis, Andy Mitychak, Rowan Campbell, Will Patton, Carl Richards, and James Jude Courtney. The plot follows the outcast Corey Cunningham, who falls in love with Laurie Strode's granddaughter, while a series of events, including crossing paths with Michael Myers, drives him to become a serial killer, which is fucking stupid.
It was bull. Like from the get-go, I thought, so this new trilogy starts off with Laurie surviving the original movie.
Yes, and we're also going to talk a little bit about the timelines at the same time because...
Yeah, because first movie is about Laurie. Second movie about Laurie and the family.
Yeah.
Third movie, this random motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And Laurie's just in it 5%.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around doing nothing until the last 10 minutes.
Because there is 5 timelines for Halloween, I think.
Yeah, there's.
So this is H40. So this is going to be Halloween 78, Halloween 2018, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. That's the timeline we're following for this episode.
Yeah, the new mainstream, the Ultimate Universe, if you will.
Pretty much, which honestly, it's not that great in the first place. Like, it's okay. It's really not bad.
The first 2 were actually pretty good.
First 2 were decent. Yeah, but this one, good Lord, man.
They dropped the ball hard.
Bad. So...
But let's take a look, before we get into this movie, let's take a look at some of those timelines, Jake.
Yeah, so these timelines are ridiculous. So, of course, we're talking about the H40 timeline. So that's going to be...
Mark that. Take notes. There will be a test.
Right, take notes. There'll be a test, of which I don't know the answers to myself. So...
We're just the subs, people.
We have that. Then we also have the sequel timeline, which is kind of the original timeline. Yeah. Because you go from Halloween 78 to Halloween 2, Halloween 4... Because, of course, Halloween 3 is an anthology timeline. That's its own thing.
Which, yeah. I take it. Halloween 3, I take it back. All is forgiven. Please come back.
I've been telling you, man. Fucking
Jesus, fuck
3 is fantastic. Then you go from 4 to 5 to Halloween the Curse of Michael Myers, which is in 1995.
Yeah. Which is actually one of Paul Rudd's first movies.
I think it is, right?
Yeah.
So from there, we go to the H2O timeline. Halloween 78 to Halloween 2 to Halloween H2O to Halloween Resurrection,
where Busta Rhymes beat the shit out of Michael with kung fu.
Yes, that fantastic. Then we have the reboot timeline.
I want that instead of this shit.
Well, that's not what you're getting today.
Yes.
So we got the reboot timeline, which I'm pretty sure is the Rob Zombie timeline.
Yeah, the Rob Zombie ones.
So we got Halloween 2007 and 2009, which is H2. That's just its own self-contained thing.
Yeah, it was Rob Zombie at the
And then the anthology timeline is its own separate thing. That's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I think it's Season of the Witch, right?
Yeah.
Where
they kidnapped a piece of Stonehenge.
Hey, man.
That was fucking awesome.
You don't fuck with people that didn't hijack Stonehenge.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we're talking about here. It's just, it's a fucking mess. This timeline, I see what they're trying to do. Started off strong, fucking fumbled the shit out of it.
It should have just been 2 movies.
It really should have, honestly. You could have packed Halloween Kills and Halloween End into one movie, because Halloween End is entirely too fucking long.
Yeah.
That is the most generic, watered down movie compared to the other 3.
It's almost like they had a CW plot for a psychological horror for TV.
Fuck that.
But then they decided, this isn't going to make any money. Hey, let's slap Michael Myers on it.
Dude, fuck that. To me, it feels like they were going... This movie legitimately feels like an after-school special at times. The way they're forcing the whole like relationship with Laurie's granddaughter and Corey. The way Corey's being bullied and all that stuff. And it's like, I get it. It's a trope.
Yeah.
But... Good fucking Lord, man. It's done bad.
Yeah, they even had to make, instead of doing it the classic horror genre of a big, thick-ass jock bullying the dude.
Yeah.
They tried to make a bunch of band kids the bullies.
Were they band kids?
That's what they said. Like, he had, because the first time we see these assholes, he's wearing the jumpers that I used to wear in marching band.
Oh, okay.
The things that you put on so that way you could put on your uniform.
Yeah.
On top.
See, I wouldn't know that. I know you're a band kid, but I never.
But like, even all the band kids I know were never this assholey. Everyone in band was chill as fuck.
See, so like, it's weird because it shows like a disconnect. It's like,
and even when I was in high school, there were people who were on different teams. Like there'd be band members who were also on the football team, baseball team, right. Volleyball. Who would actually like the coaches and the band directors work together to work out schedules, so that way, like even when we were performing during football games, you would see times where there would be people in school in like the marching band uniform, but also with the their football uniforms on performing. Like they just take off their pads, but you could still see that they're wearing their like the bottom half of their uniform. Yeah. So no fucking band kid is gonna be this much of a douche. Yeah,
it doesn't make sense. It's like they kind of try to roll in a jock character into a band kid, and it's just it doesn't work because Corey's bigger than they are.
Yeah. So and the way they start bullying him is because he won't buy them beer.
Yeah, it's like, and he's being real cold about it. No. And it's like, It just
It's stupid.
it's let's talk about the intro, man. What's bad about this movie
Is that I almost thought you put on the wrong movie.
is one, you thought I almost put on the wrong movie. Two, you called it within the first 15 minutes of this movie. That ain't good for any movie.
Because it's this kid Corey. He's babysitting, last minute babysitting this kid. Because the mom and dad had to go to their work friends' Halloween party.
Which you don't have to. Take care of your fucking kids.
Yeah, it's like, you're grown ups. At first, I almost thought that Corey was going to try and bang the mom.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. Like,
that's what you were getting from it.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, yeah, do it. Just fuck it. I don't care. Do something funny.
Something to move this pot along.
Yeah, at first, I thought that Corey was going to accidentally kill the dad.
Oh, okay.
And then, because he was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But then he accidentally kills the fucking kid.
Yeah, the kid ends up locking Corey like in the attic or some shit.
Yeah,
like
they're like
just being the little kid's being a complete fucking dick, and it's like they're like, really trying to hammer home the fact that Corey has no spine. Period. He is bullied the high fuck. Even a child can bully him.
But like the weird thing was that I don't get why the kid was such a dick to Corey, because the mom said no TV, no candy, and what does Corey do?
He turns around and they're watching The Thing.
They're a fantastic movie.
Great little John Carpenter plug there. That was great.
It's like he's watching The Thing with the kid, and the kid's eating candy.
Yeah.
So like, what the fuck is your problem, kid?
He's just a fucking asshole kid. That's all.
But also, it's a bad idea for movies like these to put in a snippet of a better movie in there. No, I want to go watch The Thing.
Yeah, I'd rather watch The Thing. This movie was fucking awful. And, you know, we do all that. He kicks the door in because the kid locked him in.
Because
he him over. For some reason, the kid starts spewing blood all over the place. I don't fucking... Anyway.
Because they have a 17-foot house.
I guess.
And he kicked him off with the fucking roof almost.
Oh, he falls as fucking rowdy, though.
Yeah, that was awesome, though.
And once they do that, of course, the movie kicks off and you start your Halloween thing.
I'm like...
Yep, all that shit. And it's like...
And then apparently, we had a fucking time skip like an anime from the last movie to this movie.
Yeah, there was a time skip, so it got a year.
4 years, they said.
Was it 4 years?
They said 4 years.
I really wasn't paying attention.
I'm like, what? I'm like, so Halloween Kills, they were in the middle of the town, was just stomping the shit out of Michael.
Yeah.
He still got up.
Everybody was getting some.
He still got up and killed all the people who were beating him, and then killed Laurie's daughter.
Yep.
And the way that movie ended made it look like the next movie, it's going to be the same night, and Laurie and Micah are just going to go.
Yeah, like the fight's going to continue.
It's going to be a Hell in a Cell match.
Well, I mean, shit. Fucking, which was it, Halloween 2018 or Halloween Kills that she full on made the trap house?
18.
Okay.
The full reboot.
This is why I really don't fucking like. She went from basically being Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
To just being a concerned grandma.
Yeah.
They dumbed her down so much in this movie.
I mean, you could do that after you kill Michael. After you have physical fucking proof.
Which in 2018, I didn't really like the whole turn her into Sarah Connor bit either. But I understand where it was coming from. And in this, it's like, they just dumbed her down. She's writing a book, which is cool. I can totally understand that.
Yeah.
She has to take care of her granddaughter and shit. But it's like, she does absolutely nothing this whole movie.
Until the last 10 minutes.
Until like the last 10 minutes. And like there's a part where she's like, after those guys bully Corey the first time at the gas station, she shows up.
She takes him to the hospital.
She takes him to the hospital because he fucks up his hand on a glass of yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
And they kind of show that there's a bond there because, you know, Laurie Strode dealing with Michael Myers deems her as a freak.
Yeah.
And
everyone's pissed off at Laurie for...
Everybody's pissed off at Laurie, yeah. But... what do you call it? And then dealing, you know, Corey being bullied and the outcast and stuff like that. So there's kind of like a kinship, a friendship. There you go. And
then she tries to set him up with her granddaughter, like every grandma probably does. But, oh, you should meet my grandson. Oh, you should meet my granddaughter.
Yep. Come on in. Have a Werther's original. Have a butterscotch candy, but
sugar free.
Right. But for some reason, she is so dumbed down in this.
Yeah.
She really doesn't do anything very much at all.
The only thing she does until the last 10 minutes was burn a pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
And then kind of flirts with the dude who in the last two movies she's telling to fuck off because he let Michael go.
Yeah.
And then they were having old people flirting with each other.
Well, as we're going into that, this movie is very forced. Nothing feels natural in it. Everything's very ham-fisted and shoved down your throat. Like you said, the whole thing where she's flirting with that guy who let Michael go. It's like, oh, well, now let's get the two characters that are about the same age and let's put them together. To me, that's how that came off. Like, let's just force it. And it's like,
instead of doing like a new character, then maybe. But remember the last two movies, she was telling that dude to fuck off because Michael's still running around.
Because that's the original actor from '78, isn't it?
I think so.
I want to say it is. Feel free to rant while I look that up.
So like the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, wait, are they about to give Michael Myers a fucking sidekick? Are they gonna do a murderous Batman or Robin? Which there was a point where they kind of do. They have a scene where Corey the Clown and Michael Myers tag team kill these doctors that Laurie's granddaughter worked for. Who she was like on a fast track to get a promotion, but the doctor decided not to give it to her because the other nurse that was working with Laurie's granddaughter, was stooping him. She was making that sweet doctor love.
Yeah, we're looking at Will Patton. I'm just trying to see if he was in the other ones or not.
She's got that healing touch.
I mean, I guess.
All over her ass.
Halloween Kills.
So, like, that scene was actually kind of cool. Michael Myers coming in with the tag team assist. Like fucking Arkham Knight. When you get to be Batman and Robin in that one level.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That the only good level in that fucking game.
I guess he's not in the other ones. I guess he just shows up in there. I think he's portraying a different character.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I really feel like that was just forced. Like, oh, they're the same age. Let's just put them together. It just doesn't feel right at all. And at the beginning, they do that intro where like Laurie's reading her book that she's writing, but it's serving as exposition.
It serves as a better intro to this movie than the actual intro.
It's still fucking bad though. Like, I'm fairly confident I could edit this movie, cut it down like a solid hour to 45 minutes. It would make more sense.
Yeah, and this movie was fucking almost 2 hours long.
It was way too fucking long.
Like
okay. Hold on. I'm trying to go in order because this movie, the way I took, like we all know, I take notes for these movies. This movie has no pros.
and there were a shit ton of times where just like,
it's like, really? And
I wanted to, like, you were giving me the option to like, we could tap out.
At one point, Matt had me pause it, and he had to take a breath. Not because it's scary or anything, because it's that fucking bad of a movie.
Because I was so fucking bored.
I was giving him the option because I'm starting to think that, of course, we're going to start running into movies that maybe he doesn't like, maybe are just bad, but we're still going to watch anyway. And then you're going to get the option. Are you going to want to stop it and we still talk about it a little bit and why you didn't want to finish it? Or are we going to finish it and do what we're doing now? So, like, that's always going to be an option.
And there's a point where I'm almost like, turn this fucking thing off. Because they do a psych out when Corey becomes the new Michael for 5 minutes.
For like what, 10 minutes?
He gets his own solid 3 kills by himself, cosplaying as his hero.
The blowtorch to the face was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was like, and then when that shit actually started to kick off, I'm like, why wasn't this the fucking movie?
See, that's okay.
And that was in the last 20 minutes.
Exactly, and that's another thing. Like, we're focusing on this Corey character, and we're learning about him. He's bullied. He's fucking abused at home by his mom. But his dad's super supportive. Dad. It's so stupid.
Like, don't tell her about the motorcycle.
Works at the junkyard, so the fact that he's wearing a jumpsuit already is really fucking ham-fisted in there. But it's like there is a fucking hour and a half of basically talking about this Corey dude, really trying to develop his character and shit, and then
they do nothing with it.
Like I was up and walking around because Matt's never seen this. He's the one that's got to watch this, not me. I'm walking around eating pizza, drinking my pickle lemonade.
Which, by the way, what the fuck,
dude? Pickle lemonade is the shit.
Okay,
you got to try it. It's fantastic. There's just that sweet, that sour. There's just I'm one of those people. You know those people that are like, either you love pickles or hate pickles.
I love pickles.
Well, I'm on the extreme end of that. Like, I'll just sit there and eat them. Like, I just fucking love pickles.
You know my story about what happened to me one time.
I don't remember.
One time when I was like in 4th or 5th grade, as a reward for passing on my test, my uncle got me this huge ass jar of pickles.
And you ate them all?
I ate almost half of them, like half of a giant ass tub of pickles. So much that I got so constipated, they had to take me to Texas Med to clean me out.
You were that dehydrated from the salt. That's what it was. Because honestly, they really shouldn't stop you up that bad.
Because or whatever it was. Like
Well, now that the
I ate
internet-
half of them.
Now that the world knows,
Yeah. Yeah.
don't do what Matt did.
I was like 8 or 9. So
Oh my god.
yeah. And I was just like, pickles.
Yeah, I'm walking around eating pizza, drinking my pickle lemonade,
And I'm just over there.
and I'm just spitballing, coming up with better plot lines.
Yeah.
For this fucking movie than it has, and it's like, it isn't hard. It's Halloween. Ultimately, it's a slasher movie.
And the way they set it up from the last movie, from Kills, it was served to you on a silver platter. Just Laurie, Michael, Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah, Halloween ends like that. There it is, right there. Like, we go through Halloween 78. That's the reason why he wants to kill her. She lived. It's the one that got away.
Yeah.
Halloween 2018, we revisit Laurie at a breaking point in her life where she damn near is losing her shit, and she basically becomes Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Fights the fuck out of Jason. I keep saying Jason today.
Yes, it's a more natural name for some reason.
Fights the fuck out of him, out of Michael.
Yeah.
And then Halloween Kills. He kind of tries to take revenge, right?
Well, it's like 2 seconds after the last movie ends. He's in the trap that she laid, but the firefighters come and set him free.
Yeah.
And he's still walking around.
Yeah, and then, town kind of gets their...
And look, and in Kills, Laurie does not see Michael at all. She's just in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's everyone else who fucks it up.
Yeah. See, and then after that, like you say, it's set up. We know that Laurie's alive. We know that Michael's alive.
She wants his ass because he just killed her daughter.
Exactly. That means Halloween Ends should have been the fucking slobber knocker. It should have been
Slobberknocker.
the fucking throwdown.
It should have been fucking Laurie throws Michael off of the fucking hospital. By God, he's broken in half.
It's broken in half. Yep, that's what it should have been, and it wasn't.
It almost should have been that fucking scene in Transformers the movie when Optimus does the never to
Kill
make it
them
drop,
all or whatever,
and then he just falls.
Yeah.
And then Laurie's just there, and her granddaughter's there just holding her like, it's over, Grandma.
Yeah.
It's over.
I still don't get.
I'm still spitballing.
That's what I'm saying. We're spitballing, or like I was saying earlier, like they you do Halloween Ends, you start it because in this timeline they're not related.
Yeah.
They are not brother and sister, which is stupid to me. Because to me it makes more sense
The
to
family
chase her down for some reason.
Yeah.
If they're brother and sister, to take her out. I don't know why. It just makes more sense to me. But
Yeah, end the family completely.
I guess so. But it's like, I mean, you could have done something where she's laying there in the hospital. He knows where she is. Because it's Haddonfield. From the sounds of it, you could carpet the fucking town. It's so small.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, it's a small town, but sometimes they just make it way bigger for no reason.
Yeah, so it's like they could have been having like a throwdown fight. She's trying to run, all that stuff. They could have ended up like in a records office or something. Throwing papers all over the place.
Or even because, they're in a fucking hospital, they have her medical records.
Yeah, and it could have been like, oh, well, here's the document. It's got her name on it. And it's like, oh, it's like, it says, brother or whatever, like Mike Myers or some shit like that.
Yeah,
it's like you could have done something like that.
Or the whole,
and then it goes, oh, fuck, we're related. That would explain why we have this really weird link and we can't seem to shake each other from each other's lives.
Or like in the original Halloween 2, it turns out that the reason Laurie doesn't remember Michael was because after the murder of her sister, she got adopted.
Yeah.
By another family.
Yeah. Or that, something, because they're supposed to be related. And I just find it weird when they go back and they completely wipe something that's actually supposed to be kind of like an anchor point for a series.
Yeah.
It's just weird. I just don't fucking get it.
Yeah.
And like we've been saying, like, this movie was an hour too fucking long.
Yeah.
It drags.
And there's no real creative, like, kills or intense moments that make you make that, like, runtime feel shorter.
There's no iota of anything that makes this movie scary. There's no tension.
There's no dread.
There's no dread. There's nothing.
There's no point in, like, fuck, what movie was it? Like in Silence of the Lambs. There's always the point where I'm just like, oh shit, don't turn around.
Because that's
He's
fucking
right there.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic fucking movie. Still holds up today. We recently watched it.
Yeah. But there's, or like in other horror movies where I'm just like, oh shit, he could be around any corner. This whole time I was just over there just,
well, so-and-so's going to show up here in a minute. And they do.
yeah.
Like, you can call this entire movie. And you did multiple times. And like,
Just from sitting here watching.
yeah. And that's not like a swipe on you at all. that's a swipe on the writers.
Yeah.
Like it's just such very lazy writing and stuff, and it's so generic.
And they go
like,
back
you can call it so easily.
And they go back to the whole like AVP Requiem kind of writing, to where everyone in the town, everyone you meet is an asshole.
Yeah.
So that way you don't feel bad when they die.
Yeah, which is
Unlike in Kills, where there was like that one old couple who are just palling around.
Oh, yeah.
And then like he's playing with his new drone.
yeah.
And we're like, oh, I like these guys. No, don't kill them.
Don't kill
no.
them, you sons of bitches. But it's very much
That's what you need in a horror movie. You have to root for somebody to live.
Yeah, and I wasn't doing this at all this entire movie.
I didn't care
Nothing.
if anyone died. I don't give a shit.
Because going into this movie, Laurie Strode is in it. We already know she's going to be the final girl.
Yeah.
Because she is the final girl.
Yeah.
Just do it and get it over with. This is supposed to be the ending of a franchise. So you go in and you like, yeah, give us the fucking cage match. You do the Hell in a Cell. They didn't do it.
Do the Hell in this, or like the Falls Count Anywhere match, where she's running around the city, beating the shit out of Michael with the city.
Yep.
That he terrorized.
See, and what sucks is like a lot of this movie, the problems that it ran into was because COVID. It was made during that time period. So there was a lot of trouble getting things made and stuff. And it's like, if that's the case, put it on fucking hold.
Yeah.
Because this movie very much suffered from all of that. And I get saving kills until the end of the movie, but son of a bitch, dude. Like, nothing happened in this fucking movie.
Yeah, it's like, you want to build this character, okay, but he does nothing.
Yeah, you would, like, that's, see, that's how you, I don't fucking get it. Because you spend an hour and a half building up this fucking character, and you're very much insinuating he's going to be the next Michael Myers. Considering that Michael Myers is now a fucking Ninja Turtle, and he's not in the sewers and shit.
Yeah.
And they're down there fucking
for 4 years, just
playing fucking grab ass wrestling for no damn reason.
Yeah.
And it's like they do that buddy kill, like you said, and it's like, okay, so is he kind of like showing him how to be a serial killer to move it up to like pass the torch and stuff? Like, what the fuck's going on here? And then
is it gonna be Nightwing? Batman?
Exactly. And then once Corey starts his shit, it starts very strong. He runs that chick over at the tow truck.
Yeah.
Fucking puts a blowtorch in that dude's fucking mouth. Who else does he kill? He stomps on the girl who's underneath that fence.
He ran her over with the fence, and she's just caught up in the barbed wire.
He stomps on her ass.
He gets the band bully to shoot his boss, which that sucked because
which sucks is the boss was actually nice to him. The boss actually gave him a motorcycle.
And when he saw him in the mask, he was just like, Corey, no, please. He didn't point his gun at him at all.
Yeah,
he wasn't a threat to him.
Yeah, so that happening, and then we get to the end of the movie. He all of a sudden goes, "If I can't have her," stabs himself in the neck, frames Laurie according to her granddaughter.
Yeah, which, by the way, Laurie's the dumbass in that moment.
It's super fast and force. And he's laying there. And then, of course, she
literally didn't have to do anything. Like, he put the knife in his throat, and she was just standing away. She could have been like, huh. But his hand was still on the fucking knife.
Yeah, but they did that so that way when she walks in, it looks like Laurie stabbed him, and it's stupid. And then...
Which Laurie was dumbed down.
And then, anyway, we're sitting there, and then...
I thought he was going to get up.
And then Michael actually shows up. And then he kills Corey. And it's like, cool. So you just wasted an hour and a half of my time.
and then when Michael shows up again, finally, that's when the movie really kicks into high gear.
Yeah. And it took an hour and a half to fucking get there. And it's a damn shame because once we get to the end, it feels like a Halloween movie. Like him and Laurie are going at it.
It's fucking awesome. A cool ass
The dialogue is fucking atrocious, but
who cares?
But who cares at the point? You've been waiting that long for this to happen in the movie.
And there's a point where fucking Laurie's dissecting him.
Pretty much.
And when she's actually just stabbing the shit out of Michael with using a fucking frying pan to hammer in the knives in him so that way he stays still. I was just there like, yes, that's what I wanted. You fucking blue balled me for an hour and a half. You fucking cock teasing bitches.
Yeah, and then of course, Laurie does a fake out. You think she's gonna end up killing herself, and of course, I'm like, she's not gonna fucking do it, and
because she lost her dearest granddaughter, who just loves the bad boy.
But I do like how they show the point of view of Michael. It's not even Michael, but he opens the door, and she's got the gun pointed out. She's like, "You really thought I was gonna kill myself?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" And it's like, "Okay, there's Laurie.
Yeah, there she is.
There she is.
Where have you been?
Where the fuck have you been for an hour and a half?" And then, and then just Corey disappears. he ain't there because Michael killed him, and then they parade Michael through the city, which is fucking stupid.
Yeah. Fucking incinerate him right then and there.
Like I get it. I get what they're trying to do, but to me that felt
forces all hell.
That, and it felt way too much like Nightmare on Elm Street. Because with Nightmare on Elm Street, it's very well known by the adults in the community that Freddy was on the rampage.
Yeah.
And then it's that whole struggle to keep people from remembering him.
Yeah.
Holding on to data.
Diazepam.
Yeah, and doing all that shit. But for them to do it here in Haddonfield, it just didn't make sense to me.
Yeah, because he doesn't really feed off of their fear.
Yeah, he doesn't feed off their fear or nothing like that. It's more, I get why they did it. It's like, oh, look, we finally killed Michael Myers.
Ding dong,
everybody's life can go back to normal, which everybody's life was already back to normal. He was
for only 4 years.
He was only after a certain, like, 2 people. Yeah, so they throw him in a fucking trash compactor, and the movie pretty much ends. And it's like...
But it still doesn't end right there. It still goes on for another 5 minutes.
5-10 minutes, something like that.
I'm just like, happy prologue. I'm like, stop. Just stop.
Yeah, there shouldn't be any happy anything. I'm a very firm believer that in any slasher that has like a major character, whether it be Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, Ghostface, anything, there should not be happy anything, because they're gonna fucking come back.
Yeah.
Or the franchise is gonna reboot. And I get it, it's a timeline, you're putting a fucking end cap on it, but it just doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, it could have actually worked if this movie was shortened and like not about Corey.
And like, I don't even have that much of a problem with Corey, despite everything I've been saying today.
Like,
the problem is that they wasted him.
Yeah, it's like, also, he didn't really need to be here, based on like the last movie. You were setting up for the big epic showdown pay-per-view match.
Yeah, because judging by this, Michael needed a conduit to kind of kill people.
Yeah, I guess.
And have like a
reason
with to kind of build his strength back up or something. I didn't like it. Either way, if you're gonna do that, just take out Corey. You don't fucking need him. Just have Michael being decrepit and killing people, but slipping up.
Yeah.
And like, oh, we almost caught him. And then he slithers away to the sewer. He recuperates, gets a little stronger. Hell, show him punching a wall for a little while, like he's working out or something.
Yeah, like fucking Punisher.
Yeah,
just hammering at a wall.
Exactly. And then the next time he's stronger. Yeah. And then he's starting to kill people that are getting closer to Laurie. And
then, like you could have had Corey just be his granddaughter's new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just like a shy guy who's actually nice.
Yeah, you didn't need that forced bully stuff, him being a babysitter, accidentally killing a kid, all this shit, to set up that he's a troubled person.
If anything,
he was already a troubled person.
If anything, he could have just been a babysitter on the night when Michael returned, who barely got the kid out of there.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, that's why he's afraid of Michael. That's why he's afraid now.
Yeah.
Because he saw the boogeyman kill the kid's parents.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he's scared now.
Yeah. It's it's a steaming pile.
Yeah. And when you said when it was bad, I thought you meant it was going to be like a hokey, like AVP kind of bad. But not this, man. It was just boring.
It was very boring.
It committed the sin of any horror, action movie, or any comedy.
Too damn long and too boring.
Yeah. Yeah, it saved itself for the last 10 minutes.
Because, hey, you can have story and slashers and stuff.
Yeah, but...
It's very clear it's worked. Halloween has been an institution and a franchise since 78.
Bring back the fucking, like, the cult angle. That's why he's been away for so long.
That's what they should have done. They should have done something like, we're, like I was saying, we were spitballing again. Do something like, we're a group of true crime enthusiasts who happen to have come to the town because we know this is where Michael Myers' stomping grounds are. Try to find his grave or his unmarked location. We want to solve the case. We want to bring him back to life. Fuck that shit. And do the cult shit. Go paranormal with it. Fuck it. Yeah. Who cares?
Fuck it. Jason did it. Freddy did it.
Who
gives a shit?
Everybody's done it at this point. And I know Michael Myers isn't a revenant, but the way they treat him most of the time, he might as well be.
Yeah.
It's just... They could have gone a whole bunch of different ways with it. But no, man, I meant it when I said this is legitimately bad. It's not... It was like, oh, it's just a shitty movie. It's just a little too long or something. No, there's a lot wrong with this movie.
Yeah.
So, Matt.
Jake.
What stood out to you most? Which is dumb because we kind of just already said everything.
Too damn long. It's tried to have its finger in so many pies, but not the good pumpkin pie. They burnt the good pumpkin pie.
They did. They literally burnt it in the movie.
I'm like, you bitch.
How does it compare to the movies of the genre today?
Okay, so today they're starting to do some cool horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
But even this franchise, like, it was starting to do a cool sequel to the original, and then it just shat the bed.
It really did. Because there was potential here. They could have done it like a slam down, crazy slasher action movie. Because honestly, the way
it could have been Aliens to Alien.
Because honestly, the way they set these movies up, and they're like, oh, it's going to be a trilogy that follows 78. Well, that's the logical conclusion. You go crazy at the end of it. You don't just have like a little spat, basically, in a house. She pins him to the kitchen counter with knives, and it's like, you could have done that 4 movies back. Yeah, you didn't.
You could have done that in Kills.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of missed stuff.
I mean, you want to do that scene because it's cool because he's using the butcher knives that he loves so much against him. Mm-hmm. Just have that be the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah.
She's using the town to fucking kill him.
Yep, and it's
to take back the night because the night belongs to lovers.
God damn it, man! Would you recommend this movie?
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Fuck this, man.
What did we learn today?
Just be nice to people. Don't be an asshole like Haddonfield. And let the movie fucking end.
True. Yeah. I like that.
Just know when to stop.
I learned stop rebooting franchises.
Yeah.
Let them die.
It didn't work for Halloween. It definitely didn't work for Terminator.
That's for fucking sure.
Fuck that. I don't even want to watch that. I already saw what happened in the last Terminator. The first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Completely shits and destroys Terminator 2, the good movie.
The only thing Terminator I will tell you to watch is Terminator 0.
Oh yeah, the anime.
The anime is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
It is so good. I am actually surprised at how good that anime is. It fixes a lot of things wrong with Terminator. I hope they do more because I can very much see them retconning the entire series, including 2. To carry on with 0. I liked 0 that much. I was shocked at how good that was. So, but yeah, man. Sorry you had to go through that.
Happy Halloween, fuckers.
Happy Halloween, everybody. And we will catch y'all next time.
Bye.
Later.